What's happening, guys and gals, ladies and gentlemen? What is going on? Firstly, thank y'all very much for tuning into the show last night. Got a lot of positive feedback, a lot of good feedback and things. So, most definitely thank you guys for supporting the show. Thank you to all the new subscribers that have hit me up as of yesterday. Keep subscribing. We're trying to get to 200. I know it's a small number, but, you know, Rome wasn't built in a day, if you know what I'm saying. So, yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, was day 2 of Knicks training camp. Today is day 3, obviously. The big news out of yesterday, of course, was Austin Rivers waxing poetic about wanting to, big shouts to Dolan J, make the Knicks great again. So, you know how the fan base is when it comes to that. Anybody who wants to be here and sounds like they want to fight to make us something, those are the type of players we like. And we got to remember, Obi wanted to be here, RJ wants to be here, and now Austin wants to be here. So for folk, I saw the Berman article, the Berman show with Macri yesterday, and he was talking about he was disappointed because it just seems like nobody wants to come. That kind of stares right in the face of that ideal. Now, there's some things that have been coming out of not necessarily camp, but some reports that have come out, like the one about Mitch and the USA national team. I don't know how true that is, but you know, in the era of smoke and fire, yeah. So, and then you gotta wonder why they brought in a cat like Nerlens Noel who can handle the position. So maybe there is competition at the 5. And now this morning, and I think it was, well, not really so much this morning, last night, the rumor had popped off after the big trade news with Houston and Washington, D.C., that now all of a sudden Buddy Hield was coming to New York and Frank and Randall are being traded. We don't know anything about that as of, what is it, 7:30 in the morning right now? It's still conjecture and rumor, but apparently Frank deleted his Instagram bio or something like that. And Buddy Hield had the googly eyes, but that was 11 hours ago, so he could have been googly eyeing about the Wizards trade. And besides, if you googly eyeing, that means something happened. And as of yet, nothing on Knicks fronts has actually happened. So I don't really know how much we can ride off into that trade idea. And at the end of the day, it is what it is. If the trade is real and we're able to offload Randall and apparently Frank for Hield, I guess that's a good move because we could use the shooting. But I'm sorry, I do feel like, you know, we're still going to end up with a glut of daggone guards, and we're still going to have to make other moves. So I don't think if Frank is attached to this trade because there's too many point guards on the team and they got to loosen that side up, okay. But I got a feeling that there's more, that this won't be like the only guard trade. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. And quite honestly, as much as I love Frank, and yes, I do, if y'all saw the show last night, you know, Ian and I kind of tea-leaved it a little bit, and on the show the week prior, Jay Macri also kind of tea-leaved it. He didn't say that anything was in the works, but everyone just seems to have this feeling that Frank will be traded. And so, guys, for the folk that dig him, you're kind of just going to have to wrap your head around it. But for me, as much as I do dig Frank, I dig the team, and I trust the leadership and what they're doing. And at the same time, with all of the negativity that Frank has drawn from the fan base, maybe it's just time for him to have a breath of fresh air somewhere else. I've been thinking about that a lot lately. And sorry, not this time. I'm not really necessarily thinking about how it'll benefit the Knicks. I'm thinking about how it'll benefit Frank, because I really do like that kid. I love his work ethic, and if his shot was just a little bit more consistent, and maybe it could have been if he had better coaching, and that's on us. But the way that he has polarized this organization as far as the fan base, I don't get. But, whatever. People like to have something to complain about, I guess. I'm not one of those folks, so I don't really get that idea, but I know that they exist. I'm on Twitter. I know that they exist. Now, again, I don't know if that pops off today or not, or if it pauses because now it's kind of been weak. I don't really know. I'm not sure how that's going to play out, but I will definitely have the radar on for that. Now, again, it's day 3, so hopefully we finally hear from Obi and a couple of the other guys. And as Ian said, they're still not allowing reporters and beat writers on the actual at the actual training facility. So they're doing the little Zooms and stuff like that, but they're not really having them there. So that's going to be interesting, because I know my Knicks fans really want to see some footage. we loving the interviews, but we want to see some sweat. We want to see some folk putting in some work. That's what they hungry for right now, and I'm 100% with you on that. Does Hield make us better? If he makes us interesting, a little bit more interesting, perhaps a bit more firepower. But quite honestly, with everything coming out of the camp as of yesterday, I'm really more excited about seeing Obi Toppin. I really am. These guys got me, thirsted to see something, because they love this cat apparently, and he is uber athletic. And we could definitely use that as well. So, all in all, I still believe that the Knicks are doing better than the right thing. They're doing the smart thing. They're being wildly intelligent, and I appreciate it. I do. I just wanted to translate into more wins this year, and more wins consistently going forward. No more tank ideas and all this other nonsense. Get the fan base used to strapping in for a season and being excited the whole season. And I'm looking forward to that. Now, let's keep it a buck. The East did just get a little bit harder with the addition of Westbrook. And all y'all corny people trying to act like Russell Westbrook is washed, y'all need to cut the crap out. Just stop. Y'all sound silly. Y'all sound like casuals. And I know some of y'all aren't casuals. So let's tether the Russell Westbrook is garbage idea. And now the Wizards got more firepower. They got Denny at the 3 more than likely. They got stuff now. So this is going to be interesting.